All right, part three, Mr. Balian here. All right, let's continue from yesterday. And that was we imported these forms, and I guess they're letters. One thing that's right off the bat, you guys will notice that if you just click with the arrow tool or the move tool here, and I'll do a little intro of Maya because if you guys haven't watched my other intros, you'll see how to manipulate the screen and all those kind of things. Okay, so first off, notice I brought this in, and they're all connected in a way. They're grouped in a way. Okay, so I want to just select P or O. They're all selected together. So no worries. Under mesh, we have a couple things. We can either go extract or separate, and watch what happens. Extract, click, 2, 3. This is what I use with my students. Usually I say extra, extra, read all about it. That's how you'll remember it, okay? Separate is more important to me if I want to just take out a face here, and I just right click, for example, face, and I separate, mesh, separate, and that becomes its own entity, its own thing. So watch, click, uh, right click on it, object mode, hopefully that worked. Yeah, it did. So press, and then I should do one more thing. As soon as you separate, guys, select the item you want and do me a favor. Just go to Modify, Center Pivot. So now the XY tripod, pardon me, is centered on the object. So again, here's an object, and you see that the tripod is there. And we just go to Modify, Center Pivot. That's important. And if I press the letter G, it does the last command. Boom. And watch, I'm going to move this away. Ooh, it did not separate. Imagine that. Let's try that one more time. It's being a rascal. Face, mesh, come on. Really? Separate, I command you. Nope. Perhaps something went wrong. Okay, leave it be. Object, W, good to go. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm holding Option and left click, and that's orbiting, spinning around. Okay, so again, press Option. And then always one hand on the keyboard, one hand on the mouse. Object, object, left click and drag. As you drag, it orbits, and you can see this little icon. As soon as I left click on it, you can see an arrow turns to two double arrows. Awesome. Okay, now if I do the same thing, Option and middle scroll, now we're panning. Okay, so that's important. And then zoom in, zoom out. You could use your scroll button. And the minute I press the letter F, it frames in the object you selected. So if I'm out here and I want the letter O, and I want to go just keep doing this, sometimes it gets real messy. F, frame it, boom, we're in. All right, awesome. I think this is good. Now at this point for moving things, okay? First of all, I'm just going to move all these up above the grid, and you'll see there's a grid here. Okay, and I'm going to delete the other ones. Okay, and then what I want to do, you see here, folks, X, Y, Z. The minute you press 0, look what happens. It kind of centers itself, right? So each one has its own, and somewhat centered. I guess that's something there. You can control basically the placement of an object on the grid, okay? X and Y are left. X basically means going right, left, Y is up and down, boom, boom, like this. And Z depth is going in the third dimension, which is towards you and away from you. Okay, so that's Z. In order to have an interesting environment here, why don't we just put under polygons, and polygons here, the drop down polygons. I'm just going to take a flat surface, which is called plane. Now, if I click on the word plane here, you will notice that width and length, width and height only are here. So if I type in, let's say 100, watch the result. If I type in 150, boom, see? And you notice that this thing has color. Most of you will probably start off by just having everything gray. Okay, so again, I selected this. You can watch my other videos in terms of how to manipulate things. For now, width and height, I don't need these segments or subdivisions, so I'm just going to type in 1. Okay, so here it is, and you can see 120 by, or 150, what I did here. What did I do? 100 by 150 is really super large, so let me just highlight it, left click, go over, or just click and come in here and type in a number. Boom, tab, 50, done. Okay, so you'll notice that this ground, this plane, I'm going to call it my ground. Okay, boom, ground is centered beautifully in the space. And my letters are tiny right now, and I have no idea where they're supposed to be. So W is for move, and I'll bring them over here towards the center. And then here, watch this. E is rotate, so W-E-R. Watch what happens. W is move, E is rotate, R is scale. Okay, so I'm going to hit scale, select scale, which is here, or E is there. Notice the orbit, and then the icon. Move with an arrow. Excellent. So I'm going to work on scale. Something you need to remember from all my tutorials, unless you're squashing and stretching, which I don't use anyway ever by using the scale tool, but you know, I input numbers and so on. We don't want to just stick to one axis, okay? Because that's squashing and stretching. Watch what happens. Frame. Look, we're not going to do this, okay? Command Z, Control Z for you guys out there. So you may want to scale it in here. Okay, look how cool. Oh, that's looking nice. It's looking pretty abstract. May just change some colors and have fun with this. Okay, so each one of these now, I'm going to go to the move tool, which is W. Each one of these has a location in space. Great. P is there, the O is somewhere here. Maybe I'll bring that forward a touch. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Wish I had done the letter V. It would be POV, point of view, but it's not. And one thing I want to do right now is quickly change colors. I know some of you are going to ask that right off the bat, so why don't I just select this one. And I'm just going to make this square. I'm going to write square or a frame. It's even better. So it's good to name everything you have, just like in your layers. Just O. Okay, usually I would write geo for geometry underscore O, capital O, done. And again, I'll select the P, and I'll just go geometry, GEO underscore capital P. And since this one's also a P, I'll do the same thing, but I'll have to give it a 1. Geo underscore P1. So that's the differentiation. Now, let's give some color. I know you guys want to see that. So I'm going to take my frame here, my window frame. Actually, I'm going to, let's scale this up. Let's pop it in here. W, and I'm moving in one axis, always. Okay, so I'll bring it up. And then since I'm framing all this, why don't I just change the color? Here we go. So anytime you select an object, if you go to Control A, you'll see that way down on the right, there is a material for it. The minute I change this, they're all going to change because they're all the same material. So I don't want to do that right now. I'm just going to right click, assign new material, Lambert. Okay, Lambert. So there it is, and I'm just going to go frame so I know which material this is. Done. This one is an O. I'm going to right click, assign new material. Okay, and then Lambert again, and then call it L letter O, whatever. You can't actually name the same thing at different places. So let's see. GOP shape, good. Assign new. I could have done that actually. Assign new material. Lambert. And let's go. We can do this actually because it's geo underscore P. Alright, and I'll do this one here. And let me write. I'm going to leave this red actually. That's cool. Okay, so like I said, the minute you select a letter or an object, there's always an element down here that talks about the material. So if you see here color, I'm going to change this into light blue. Okay, and we'll bring this one back to red maybe. Let's take the red. You'll see, and then the P will be another color. And take some kind of a grill. That's brutal. Okay, so let's just come over here. Alright, much better, I guess. Okay, so this is happening right now. So I have one letter, and I'm going to bring it into the frame. Nice. And let's see about the O. And then, okay, it's important when you're moving. In my opinion right now, you guys should stick to one axis, okay? So right now it's on the X. You guys know right and left is X, up and down is Y. Okay? Press Control A, you'll see the numbers change. So watch here, Y. Look over there, Y. Up and down is Y. Now I'm going to punch it down, push it back. That's a knee. Z. And notice that anytime I push it in this direction, and it's Z depth, okay? Awesome. Okay, so what I'll do, maybe I'll make a quick animation of the window frame coming in, the B coming in, and the O making an animation in, let's say, 2 seconds. So 24 frames a second, 49, and starting at 1. Normally if I was doing a shot that counted, I would start at 100. I'm just going to do that right now, 100, and let's say 3 seconds long, 173. as opposed to 72 plus 1, 73, 173. Okay, so cool. I'm going to select, I'm going to move this one away from my shot right now. Doesn't matter where it goes. I can hide it, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys with things that I'm doing. Okay, so if I if I press on the film gate right now, you will see that this is where my shot is right now. In the background, I can actually make a curved element to go up here and be nicely background, and we'll do that another time. For now, okay, I'm just going to move all of these, and you can see right now, oh yeah, here's a cool thing. If I want all of this to end up right here at this spot, okay, here's what I can do. I can select them all. Nope, not you guys, you three. And then let's go to freeze transformation. They're all at 0 now. Okay, so this is cool. What I'll do, and I'm just going to have this guy come in first, and I'll maybe bring him from above. Usually you would sketch, guys. You would sketch what you want to do. And this will come from the left, and this one from the right. And here he goes. And I'm going to select, I'm going to press S. Okay, S stamps a key. Alright, and you see here, when everything is red, that means you've actually created a key down here. Another thing you guys want to do is put the key on here, auto key. And one last thing, let me just click on here, play every frame. Let's go to 24 frames. Watch again. This is my little runner down here. This is all review for those people who've already watched my other tutorials. 24 frames per second is what we animate in right now. It's feature film as opposed to video being 30. So let's leave it at that. In animation, I'm going to leave these at auto right now. Auto. You guys don't have to. This is very introductory, so I'm not going to get too in depth in it. So look, I'm going to slide this all the way up there. Okay. And this one, the P, I'm going to bring it off here. And then I'm going to press S, so it's off my screen. And that one there, I'm going to press S. See how they all turn red, right? Okay, so here's what happens. If you want something to come in over a frame of time, and there needs to be some kind of a change. So example, watch this. At 100, my letters aren't moving. So I want the picture frame to come down maybe 10 frames into things. So I'm gonna hold it for 10 frames. S. So that means there's no change, okay, between here and here. So in about half a second, 10 plus 12, and it makes it 122. Somewhere down here, I want to bring my frame in like that. Boom. So notice if I scrub back and forth, that comes in. Okay. So at 122, and I want to let the audience watch it. Be aware of what I'm doing here. So I want to hold this, and I'm not going to do anything else, so there's no change. I'll leave it. So what I mean by hold is I want the letter P, and can I not animate? No, this one is not the one. It's the green one. The letter P at 100, there's no movement. If, by example, if I go to 32 right now and just move this, right? Watch what Maya's is going to do. It's going to interpolate all the frames, but I don't want that to happen. I want 10 frames after that time to start my letter P to come in. So if I don't want that to happen, here's what you can do. You can right click here, copy, go 12 frames over that, so 144, and watch this, paste and paste. So I'm going to right click on this and say delete, bye-bye. So at 122, I want to copy the existing frame here all the way to 132, and I want to hold it. So here's what you do. You either middle drag, of course, and then all the way here, press S, which most of you will not be able to do. Oops, cancel. I said command. Okay, it's cool. Command Z. And then here, watch this. Right here, you right click is the easier method for you guys right now, and come to 132, paste. So between 100 and 132, there was no change. But watch, from 132 to 144, oh yeah, it's happening. Okay, and then maybe I'll go another 6 frames, or 8 frames, and I'll just drop it in here, like that. Okay, for now. Okay, that's it. So there's 3 things happening. Holding, boom, boom, down. Okay? Okay, at 152, I don't want the O to move before 152, so we select the O. You see it before 100, so we want to keep it on hold. Hello, good morning. Copy, and come down to 152, and press S. So that means at this point, we are holding that letter. There is no movement, no change. So let's go 12 frames over. It makes it 164. And I'm just going to go over the timeline, just slide all the way to 164 and come on over here like that. And then maybe 6 frames over that one, and it'll come down in like this. Okay? So, in the end, this is my animation. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So, at this point, let me just go to the last frame, and I'm gonna make a new camera right now, so you guys can see that this is my shot, okay? So, most of the time, let me just hit spacebar here. You will see we have 4 views, right? Okay, usually I would have my camera shot, I would have my perspective here, so I like to watch this perspective, and I'd have the graph editor. You guys aren't ready for the graph editor, so I'm just going to do 2 panes. Panel, layouts, let's go 2 panes side by side. Alright, so this will be panel, perspective, and this one I'm going to make a new camera in here, okay? Take that. So we'll go like this, create, camera, boom. And then you go, hey, I see a camera over there, but well, how do I see through it? So like this, panel, look through, selected, done. Okay, so now I'm looking like this, I'm looking through here, put the film gate on, and then we'll bring this all the way. So this will be my shot somewhere over here. To double check, okay, so I just slide this over a touch. Okay, so there it is, and that's my perspective view. So you see here it says perspective, and if I go right up here, camera, so I'm going to change this to shot cam. Shot underscore camera. Shot cam. And then if you think this is the shot you want to present from here on in, this is the look you want, right? A little on an angle, you just select all of these and you just right click and select lock selected. So your camera never changes. So watch, I can come in here, press option, left click, spin around. Do you guys mind the door please? Someone? I'm hearing the noise from out there. Thanks. So right now, I'm spinning this around, and nothing is happening here. So you always see your camera. So it comes in, boom, like that. Okay, so for some reason, nothing's happening there. Let's make sure we're in time slider, update view, all, because I only had the view that was selected that was updated. So now if I press play, boom, sweet. There it is. So this is 3 seconds long. And then you can press play or stop. You can scrub. You can also hold option, period, option, comma, going back, option period, going forward. Okay? Alright, so this is cool. You just go, like, okay, if you select something, you will see that the keys are here. So 100, 110, 122 slides in, and it holds. So from here, P, boom, that comes in. Nice. If you spin around the perspective view, you don't need the film gate on here. Okay, and then I'm just going to slide. Here we go. So that's that. I'm going to make a quick movie of this, so I'm going to just quickly set up here. I'm doing everything backwards here, folks. So it's Maya software, fine, hardware 2. Maybe I'll do that for now. And okay, let's take this here. Okay, JPEG. Change it to JPEG. I want to save my file, and also when I'm rendering, I want name convention, so I want the name and the number of the shot, of the frame, actually. So I'm starting at 101, 101, and I'm going to 72 frames, which is 3 seconds, 173. Okay, so what resolution do I want to do right now? I'm just doing, let's just expand it. I know you guys would love to do this, so I'll just do HD 1080 right off the bat. And then quickly here, let's look at anything else worth looking at. Hardware, go software, same thing, Maya software, and let's change this to highest quality. So we'll just leave it at Maya software for now. And then production quality, okay. So if I take a rendering of this now, the second clapper, and you'll see what's going to come up. There's my shot. Nice. Okay, you guys can do whatever you want. I did no holes, there's no animation principles being applied to this. This is straight on learning 101 here of moving parts. Okay, so there's that. I can also, that's a frame, so now I can save this, save image, and then I'll go to my desktop and go test shot. Boom, that's done. I save this image. And now if I want to do a quick rendering, I'm going to get rid of the grid, and right click here, and do a play blast. This is cool, a quick video. So you guys change it from image to AV. H264 is an MOV format from window, from render settings. Oh yeah. Scale 1 That's good. Formatting, don't worry about it. Now we just need to save this to find it. Desktop. I'm gonna go test type. Oops. Underscore 01. This will be in movie format. Watch. The minute this is done, you'll have a short movie. So it's renders. Comes up. Where are we now? There it is. It's coming. Yeah. Here it is. Command 3 to bring it in view. This is overkill in terms of the size. So imagine this right now with audio. Wow, I want the P to be on the other side. So cool. I can fix all this. That's the beauty of checking your doing a quick play blast. So right now you see at 162, 170. This comes over. Maybe I'll just bring it like that. I'll select the P, and here it's coming in. Comes down, and I want to move it over. And I'll spin around here. Usually what you do is you tune in here and you check, yep, that's not bad. And then here. And then let me just scrub here. Okay, so I'm seeing that. So now I'm always looking here. You really should be animating in this view, but you guys may not be used to that, so let's do something like that. Oh, and then the house. Okay, so there's that. That looks pretty good. And let's save this. I haven't even saved this. Ooh, no. I just want to do Command Shift S. I want to save as. Oh yeah, so it is the right place. 3D name 02. Okay, so did a lot. Watch this. Have fun. We'll do things with the background. I'll change the background on you guys next and put some lights in and so on. Okay, 3 seconds. So I'm looking for 3 to 4 seconds. Okay, so that's that. I think that's good. Now you know. Thank you. Let's go.